to it and shoot for the sky.
Every year around WrestleMania time, we honor and thank those who made an impact in wrestling as WWE inducts them into the WWE Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, though, not everyone gets that honor. So as of today's date of March 22nd, 2025, we will list 10 wrestlers who belong in the WWE Hall of Fame. Number 1, Christian. Christian debuted in WWE in the late 90s. He was part of multiple tag teams and factions, but he also has an impressive singles career as well. He held about 20 titles in WWE, with 4 of those being world titles. He also was able to make history outside of WWE, in TNA and AEW. But Christian did help elevate the tag team division in WWA and came back in 2009 a bigger star and became a world champion contender. So Christian definitely deserves his spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. Number 2, the Hardy Boys. Matt and Jeff Hardy are without a doubt one of the greatest tag teams of all time, in and out of WWE. Both men are former world champions inside of WWE, and each have their own respective legacies and careers. Each man has held singles titles like WWE Intercontinental titles, Hardcore titles, and World titles like the ECW title and World Heavyweight title. They also together and separate have made history in companies like Ring of Honor, TNA, and AEW as well. But their tag team and solo careers in WWE alone are definitely enough to recognize them as legends. And the fact they helped revolutionize the tag team division in WWE in the late 90s, early 2000s, and even 2010s and beyond makes them more than qualified to enter the WWA Hall of Fame. Number 3, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was special. He had a way with connecting with fans, but also having that character that could make you feel. He feuded with some of the biggest names like Undertaker, John Cena, Randy Orton, and so many others. Unfortunately, his time on Earth ended sooner than it should have, as he passed away in 2023. Bray was able to change his character off and on, and gave us multiple versions of himself, including his iconic Fiend character. Even though his passing wasn't all that long ago, he is a former WWE champion and Universal champion, as well as a former tag team champion as well. His legacy will be remembered forever, so due to his passing being not that long ago, we're not saying he needs to be inducted right now at this moment. But eventually, it has to happen. Bray earned his spot in the WWE Hall of Fame, and it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. Number 4, Brock Lesnar. Okay, so this could be controversial to some, and we understand why. But, come on, it's Brock Lesnar? This man is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. He's made his history in WWE as one of the greatest WWE champions and Universal champions ever. He's a former King of the Ring winner, a former Money in the Bank winner, and a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. He also is a former IWGP champion and UFC heavyweight champion, and he even deserves credit for trying his hand in the NFL. Plus, Brock Lesnar has had iconic legendary matches with the likes of The Rock, The Undertaker, Roman Reigns, and so many others. The fact he broke The Undertaker's undefeated WrestleMania streak at WrestleMania 30, and being the one in 21, and one is a one-of-its-kind record that deserves to be acknowledged. Sure, over the past 2 years, Brock has had his name in some uncomfortable media, to say the least. But still, it's not something we can't give time to calm down and recover over, to slowly bring him back for the well-deserved induction. If WWE can bring back Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and a few other names who were just as controversial, if not more, then Brock can be too. Time heals all wounds, and Brock is one of those names we should let cool down and let time pass to give him the flowers he really does deserve. Number 5, Michael Cole. Michael Cole has put in the work and dedication to be called one of the greatest commentators in WWA history. Most of us grew up in an era where he got heat and hated on for just being Michael Cole. But now, in 2025, fans have recognized him as the voice of their childhood and as an essential member of the WWE. In WWE, commentators like Michael Cole, Jim Ross, and Jerry Lawler, alongside many other names, are storytellers. They make viewers at home feel more involved with the product and give us more insight on what we're seeing. Michael Cole has been the soundtrack to so many legendary matches and moments over the last 20-plus years that he has truly earned his spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. And it's so obvious. Fans would cherish the moment even more if Pat McAfee was the one to induct him too. We live in a time where Cole is being given his flowers, so why not capitalize on it with a Hall of Fame induction? Number 6. Bam Bigelow. Bam Bigelow was a special talent, and especially for a man of his size. He had an outstanding career with his WCW, ECW, and WWE careers combined, and you can even add his Japan wrestling experience in there as well. Bam was better than most remember him as because he was able to move around like a cruiserweight wrestler and was around the size of wrestlers like Vader and Big Show and other big-sized wrestlers in that category. Bam Bigelow should be recognized as a star who broke the stereotypes surrounding bigger athletes, because at a time in wrestling, bigger athletes were looked at as giants and just that. At one point in time, giants in wrestling were never expected to do more than tower over smaller wrestlers and wrestle a certain way. But Bam was able to fly off the top rope and do flips and moves that no one expected a guy of his size to be able to perform. Bam Bigelow deserves to be honored due to his athleticism and wrestling talent. Number 7. Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock was a UFC fighter and a former TNA and wrestling legend outside of WWE. But when it comes to WWE, Shamrock did break the barrier between MMA and WWE wrestling. You can argue or agree, but Shamrock really did break the wall where MMA fighters could make the move over to wrestling and find a new career down that road. His time spent in WWE saw him collect an Intercontinental title and a Tag Team title, and also saw him win the 1998 King of the Ring tournament. He also made a name for himself feuding with the likes of The Rock, Owen Hart, and others. Also, joining stables like Mr. McMahon's Corporation. Plus, how can we forget his iconic role in the Stone Cold versus Bret Hart WrestleMania 13 match? Shamrock also joined the TNA Hall of Fame in 2020. So, a WWE Hall of Fame induction is also well-deserved and earned. It's fair to say that Shamrock making the transition from UFC and MMA to WWE in the 90s made it easier for others to do the same. So his crossover in proving that it is possible to come from other combat sports to WWE and succeed is deserving of a WWE Hall of Fame induction. Number 8. Brian Pillman. So Brian Pillman may not have had a long WWE career, but that's only because of a career-altering injury impacted that. But Pilman did have high career moments and matches in WCW and even a few JNECW. But most fans today would recognize him from his time in WWE as part of the Hart Foundation with Bret and Owen Hart, alongside British Bulldog and Jim Neidhart. Brian earned the name Loose Cannon because he was insane. You never knew what he was going to say or do. He had a great career before WWE, and his small WWE career is remembered as a talent who could have done more, but time cut him short of achieving what he wanted. Nowadays, his legacy lives on through his son, Brian Pillman Jr., who wrestles as Lexus King in WWE on their NXT brand. And to see his son, Pillman Jr., induct his dad and give him his time and spotlight is what wrestling should be about, and it's just something that feels right. Number 9. The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is without a single doubt one of WWE's biggest success stories. The Rock is the highest paid actor in Hollywood and is the hero to many fans who grew up idolizing him in WWE. He has held just about every WWE championship that was offered to him at the time of his active career, and still to this day, he remains a big name and attraction in WWE. And now that he's on TKO board and is known as the final boss in WWE, he controls and contributes to WWE's present and future. Whether you're a fan of him or not, his appearances in WWE are must-see, and his iconic music and entrance is sure to get any fan on their feet. And a reaction like no other. It's mind-boggling that certain names have been inducted before him, although it's obvious Rock will indeed be in the Hall of Fame one day. But he helped shape WWE in the Attitude Era, and even the Ruthless Aggression Era, and now seems to be helping do the same in 2025. Rock will most likely enter the WWE Hall of Fame when he feels it the right time. And like a great deal of names from wrestling's past, it's not a matter of if, just a matter of when. Number 10, Owen Hart. This name is an obvious one, but it's also most likely an impossible one too. Owen Hart gave his life to the sport of wrestling, literally. He is described by wrestlers from his time as a guy who was kind-hearted and loving, a family man and prioritized his wife and kids overall, a guy who loved to have fun and pull pranks with his wrestling friends and family. Unfortunately, the worst-case scenario happened and Owen lost his life in 1999 in a botched entrance from the rafters at WWE, Over the Edge 1999. Owen's widow Martha Hart has stated she didn't want Owen being inducted or profited by a company she claims is responsible for his death. Sure, you could argue her logic from a fan standpoint, but being the one who lost a husband and father of her children, she'll always be the voice we have to respect. But we do live in a new era of WWE under the Triple H umbrella, and it's believed if anyone can make it happen, it's Triple H. But it's undeniable, and 100% facts, that the former WWE Intercontinental Champion deserves his spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. And all we can do as fans is hope one day it finally happens. And that was our list. This is our final list of WrestleMania season ends. We hope you enjoyed celebrating this month and season with us. Can you think of anyone else who deserves to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? Let us know in the comments section below. And for fun, let us know who you think should induct them as well. Don't forget to follow Ring Post Daily Podcast on YouTube and Facebook. And we hope to see you again next week. Until then, happy wrestling!